So I've been knowing Erykah for some time now, maybe about a year. We're like really close, you know, like we relate on so many things. And the fact that, you know, one of my inspirations in music is like, you know, even wanting to make music with me is just, it's incredible, you know. Wi-Fi in general, it's an idea that I had since like February this year. And it was like real cool, like, and then by the end, you know, when it was like, you know, this should be on the album and whatever, I'm like, well, I'm gonna see if Queen gonna fuck with it, you know? And I hit her up and she was like, you know, yeah, you know, send me what you got, I'll sing it, you know. At the end of the day, we came up with that record. And the completion of it is just something I can't be any more happy for.
You mentioned Erykah Badu earlier. You get compared to her a lot. What do you think of that comparison?
Like, I just don't want Erykah to feel like annoyed in any way by seeing these things. So, like, I'm sensitive to that, I guess. But, I mean, she's one of many inspirations. Mm-hmm. So, like, I understand. Mm-hmm. There is a twang.
There's a twang. Something about the tone of the voice. I agree. I think I think Erykah would love, you know, would be honored and happy about that.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope so, because I love her a lot, so.
Yeah.
Erykah and I are great friends. She was one of the first women to reach out to me early on in my career, and she took me on tour with her. And so we have a bond. She's like a big sister, again, to me. And it was very natural. It was very organic. We talk a lot, and Queen was really inspired by our private conversations, private discussions between she and I. And, you know, we speak a lot about race. We speak a lot about politics sometimes, or just our community. Our goals have always been to uplift the community and women. And I wanted to do a song with someone that I felt was an alpha female, strong leader, like myself. And I wanted to highlight and showcase that two strong women can work together and, you know, remain creative, and their music may not sound the same, but when we collaborate, we can make something very special, something inspiring, something culturally important. And it was very important that I showed the female camaraderie between Erykah and I, that people knew that it was okay to embrace each other fully and let our light shine. And so Queen, you know, has done that. We've received a lot of beautiful feedback from the video and from the song.
And I know you linked up, you know, recently with Erykah Badu for your Lights On Festival. What was that like? You know, she is South Dallas native. Being able to like hang out with her.
It's crazy. I love Erykah, you know, and it was so dope that she came to my festival. Like, I couldn't believe that I, you know, curated it and that she even came. It was so dope. Obviously, everybody loves Erykah when she performs. I was like a fan, you know, before anything else. So that was nuts. And she always shows me so much love. So it's dope.
Hey, did she offer you, like, you know, any like words of encouragement or just like pour into you? Like, did y'all have like a super moment?
Yes.
Or, like, artist to artist, this is like some creative shit going on right here.
We definitely did. I mean, I definitely would love to create with Erykah one of these days. But we sat down and had a dope conversation, and she was just telling me about some of her music memories. And you know, at one point in our conversation, she was just telling me, like, yo, you know, you are very well protected in this industry, and you are on a really great path. Just make sure, like, I basically, you know, take control of my destiny. You know, like, she was really giving me that, which is important to hear, because sometimes we do things for other people. Sometimes we do things and we don't realize, you know, we have to be intentional and really pay attention to ourselves and our, like you said, that internal voice and that internal struggle sometimes. So yeah, she gave me great advice.
She was in Texas a while back. I was working on the Dr. Sabi documentary, and I was interviewing Erykah Badu. And I feel like this is right when she had I think she had just left the studio of doing the joint y'all did, and it's on the album.
Really?
I remember, she played it for me in the whip. I was like, oh, this is crazy. Because, like, Next Lifetime was, like, it still is one of my favorite records. And then to see what you did with it, and then her to have the Queen jump on top of it. And not only, like, you work with Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill on the same album. I mean, like, that's epic in itself. But how did you make these choices of how to put the album together? And then what is your favorite track? I got to know that, because like I said, between those two, those are my two favorites, but it's so much greatness in between that as well.
I mean, honestly, that's one of them things where I listen to the album still just as a fan, and I get the chills every single time I hear Erykah's voice, every time I hear Missy's voice, every time I hear Timbaland's beatbox, every time I hear, you know, Lauren's voice, because I'm just like, I really pulled this off. And like, that really showed me that my hard work doesn't go unnoticed, you know, and that was a perfect example of the white people watching. You never know who's watching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it depends on my mood of the song, because as you can see, each studio room is a different mood. Right. So it really depends on what mood I'm in at the same time. I really love Low Key though, because that was something that, I mean, Lifetime has always been a favorite song of mine too. And the moment I heard the beat, the crazy part about it is that the producers, that wasn't even their intent to redo Next Lifetime.
Right.
So when I called him, I'm like, yo, did y'all, you know, sample Lifetime? And he was like, nah, it's probably just some of the same keys or whatever. I'm like, no, this is Lifetime. This is what it's going to be. So I knew that I wanted Erykah on the song before I even wrote the motherfucker.
Oh, that's fire.
I wrote the song in 30 minutes. Yeah. 30 minutes. And it took me 3 months to ask her because I was scared as hell. But
yeah, and even though I talked to her about it, I was like, yo, you don't really do features. Like, what made you like? Because I was over there low key trying to get me one. I was like, oh, like I know you don't just jump on anybody's shit. And she was like, I fuck with her, and the shit is hot. She's like, at the end of the day, if it's hot, it's hot. And then like,
I think she appreciated that it was like I still made it my own. I made it me. I made it, you know, the next generation. I made it authentic. I made it like how us youngins would talk today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But still with the message that, you know, that Erykah had. And honestly, I was even ready for her to say no. If she would have said no, I would still love her the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like one of them things where I shot my shot and I made that bucket.
There it is.
Erykah, that same award show we met, and she just gave me the advice to sing from my pussy when I when I get on that stage. Like, girl, just sing from down there. And I was like, okay. And so sometimes
wait, Erykah told you to sing from your vagina?
Yeah, she told me to sing from my vagina.
Wait, how do you sing from your vagina?
Well, you just, I guess, I don't know. You gotta squeeze that thing. When you want to hit a high note, squeeze it. Oh, yeah.
Wait, I'm choking.
Yeah, if you want to get it out, on it, squeeze it in.
You gotta do a Kegel to hit the note.
You gotta do a whole damn Kegel. I wasn't gonna say it first. Yes, that's how I interpreted what she was saying. Maybe that's not what she was saying. It could have. I don't know, but that's what she said.
Oh, that was good. We love Erykah, man. She's a treasure.